Hello there. Welcome to today's video on sentences. This is our first video on our channel, and let me give you a quick introduction to our channel. This channel is created by me just in order to help others in learning better English. English has become a language which is nowadays very much familiar with almost everybody, but not everybody can speak it really properly, right? By saying properly, I don't mean that they can't speak, but some of us cannot actually speak it in the proper way in which it is supposed to be. So that's why I'm going to teach you about these different types of grammatical things like the grammatical chapters and etc. And so today's video is mainly about sentences. Now, everyone, we know about sentences, right? But before this, let's have a quick introduction to what we are going to do today. For this, you need to have your device. You're doing on a computer, on a phone, it doesn't matter, or even on a TV. You need a notebook because without a notebook, you won't understand everything well. You can take notes of everything that I tell you about here. And you need one more important thing, your determination to learn English. If you don't have the determination to learn English, you won't succeed. You have to learn it properly just in order to make sure that you do learn it properly. And also, you must be like practicing it all the time. Try to talk with other people, random people, mainly on Discord and etc. And also, I'll be creating a Discord server as soon as possible to make sure that all of you can communicate with everyone else on this channel. And so in that way, you all can easily ask questions to each other. So why don't we start up? So what exactly is a sentence? We think like, oh, see, I just said that, oh, see, or maybe subscribe to my channel. So if I say like this is all a sentence, right? But the main thing is we can see that we have all heard about these sentences. We've all heard about sentences, right? Mainly sentences are like, we think that just take a group of words from a dictionary. So imagine I have a dictionary here, just from this book like dictionary, whatever it looks like. I just take out some words, and after that I just mix them up to make some words, right? And then I turn them into a sentence, right? But that is not something that you should do, right? So what exactly we are actually seeing, that just normally just taking anything and just simply having it and making a sentence will not make it an actual sentence. We must have some sense, it will make a sentence, right? But it is not true, right? We think that, okay, just make a number of sentences and see, I made a big sentence, yay. But actually you didn't make a sentence, right? To make a sentence, you need to make sure it has a proper structure, right? Let me show you what the structure of a sentence should look like. So imagine this as a sentence, right? This is a sentence. Imagine that I write something inside it like, welcome to my channel. But before, like, imagine I write inside here, welcome to my channel, right? If I say like this, let me just make it a little bit bigger so that everyone can see. So you see this. So what do we see here? We see here that we are having something called welcome. What do we see here? We have something called welcome. This is actually one part of a sentence that we will discuss later, and this is another part of a sentence. But when I say welcome to my channel, this makes a sense. What sense does it make? It makes a sense that you are being welcomed, like you are being let into my channel on YouTube and you are watching this video. So this is exactly what we are talking about in here, right? So let's continue into our next thing, like next chapter or the next topic that we are going to learn on. No, not another new chapter, but we are going to learn properly about everything. So if I simply say about like, tomorrow I will go to see match cricket of Will. Does this make any sense to you, right? It doesn't make any sense to you. Like, tomorrow I go to see match or cricket of Will. Is it a sense? Yeah, some things come into our minds like, Tomorrow, maybe you will go to see a cricket match, but this is something that we just made up. It doesn't make a sentence to someone who doesn't know English, right? It is not making any sense, right? So, what we need to do now is like if I say to see the match, right? If I just simply say to see the match, it also doesn't make any sense. But like it makes some sense but not complete, right? Something that I said that to make a sentence you need to make sure that you have a complete sense. Without a complete sense you don't have any sense at all, right? So we need to make a complete sense indeed. But if I say tomorrow I will go to see the cricket match, if I say like, let me show you what we are saying here. Tomorrow it's me, I will go to see the cricket match, right? This is making a sense that tomorrow, like today is one day, today is a day, tomorrow on another day, I will go to see the cricket match. Right. So what do we see here? That if we don't make a complete sense, it is of no use. Without a complete sense, we cannot say that it's a sentence. So what do we have next? Phrases and clauses. But before that, I need to ask you some simple questions. So biggest thing is that we see that something needs to make sense. But imagine in some examination, whether you are in school or university or someone just suddenly asks you, what is a sentence? You won't be able to say it. Like you can say like, okay, something making a sense, complete sense, but you can't write it like this. You must write a proper definition. This is actually a group of words which makes complete sense. It should make a complete sense, or else what is the use? Like you're not having something complete and there's no use at all, right? So let's continue to something called the phrases and the clauses, right? It's not Santa Claus at all. It's something called a phrase or a clause. So let's see what a phrase and a clause is. What are phrases and clauses? Now, number one is a phrase. Right now, phrase, this word kind of seems, oh, wait a minute, did I hear it somewhere? Yes, many of us have heard it, but what is it actually, right? So, this is actually a phrase, but what is a phrase? Let's see from its first very own definition. So, mainly we see that a phrase, this phrase is actually those groups of words, the phrases are those groups of words which have some sense, but they don't form any complete sense, right? They don't make any complete sense. So, as we see here, we said to see the match, right? Here we said one thing, that is to see the match. Did it make any sense? Yes, it made a sense, but not a complete sense. So, what we have to exactly do is say that it is a phrase, right? So, let us see for some examples we have as well. We have got some simple examples. For example, if we say to go to the market, does it have a meaning? Yes, it does have a meaning, but it doesn't mean that it will be like completely something that has a complete property, right? We see that to go to the market, it's not having a complete sentence, but it is a phrase. Why? Because it makes sense. There is a sense, but not a complete sense, right? So we cannot say that it is complete a complete sentence, but it is still called a group of words with some sense, right? Now, here we have some groups of words which are making sense but not a complete sense, right? So, when we say, like the first example, as we can see, is to go to the market. We see to go to the market. It says that someone or something is going to the market. That's something important indeed. But also the second sentence, rises in the east, says that Sun or something rises in the east. Now something can only rise because now no one can rise on the east, a person. So we know this is the sun because it's a very universal and a easy fact to know. But anyways, we can still say it's actually a phrase. But on the third one also we see the same option. Of gold, it's actually something related to gold. It's made up of gold, but it's still not having a completed sense. Right? Let's continue with our next place, that's the free clauses. These are group of words which actually make some sense, but these are not complete. This is not complete, but still they have these words that they behave like a sentence, and they also have a subject and a predicate. This is a very important portion because if you don't know about this properly, you won't be able to learn anything properly, right? So let's see what we have here. BC, two sentences. One is saying made of gold, right? One of them is saying here made of gold. But what is made of gold? He has a chain made of gold. But if I suddenly say he has a chain which is made of gold, which is made of gold, and the other one is also saying he has a chain which is made of gold. So of gold and which is made of gold are completely different sentences. Like of gold, like as we see here also we got this phrase of gold. But here we have got this other fonted writing that's actually saying which is made of gold, right? You can see it here. So these have a subject as well as a predicate. So we see that here we have got something called which, right? This is actually a which is there, like it's having this simple subject, it's called which. But on the other hand we also have is made of gold. So we see which is something we are talking about, and is made of gold is the predicate. So we see there's a subject and a predicate. So you must write this in your copy and or your notebook, and you must remember these definitions that we see, and I will also give them down in the description. Thank you for watching today's video. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, please. Also, just hit the notification bell for latest lessons because let's learn it. And also, we are going to soon create the Discord servers where you can ask doubts to anybody. So stay tuned. Goodbye.